part of HDR. I'm going to here use some of photos from my Hawaii trip, and I did, as you can see, about 5 bracketings for each photo. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I want to use this 5. I want to use Photomatix for making this HDR photo. I'm using Lightroom to view my images. Simply, you can see my folders, dated, named as with the dates, plus most of the time the location. Okay, let's move on to HDR. So you just choose your images for HDR processing. These are 5 bracketed images. So click the first one, then shift click the last one, right click, then you say export Photomatix Pro. We will do align images, crop alignment, yes. And we want to also reduce the ghost effect because here there is some people moving, and we will use the selective tool. Royce, I actually don't use reduce noise or reduce chromatic aberrations because I rely on Lightroom and Photoshop more for those ones. I believe they give better. Okay, now we can move on. Say export, and Lightroom will convert files into TIFF that can be read by Photomatix, and it will calculate the alignments, put things together, and first thing will be we will adjust the ghost effect here. So in this window, what we need to do is to choose the moving objects here. These people are moving. Just simply choose them, right click, mark selection, and then here we say preview the ghost effect. So one problem could be here, the brightness might be a little bit off. You can see now it made it a little bit darker, although ghosting is gone. I go back and see which photo it choose. You can right click to the selection and see. So let's set another photo, maybe 0, which probably will match the light conditions better. And if we look at, I don't know, another one EV, preview the ghost effect, that doesn't look bad either, but somehow I think I like the 01 more. Yes, let's choose 01 and move on to the merging to HDR. And Photomatix will merge the files and create the 32-bit image that we can make the tone mapping. So usually this step might take a little bit time. As you can see, also I'm using current last version of Photomatix 4.2. Okay, let's expand the window that we can see better. Histogram, most of the time I don't really use it. I just want to close it. Presets, we can put it to the right. And this window is, we can even go to full window and then a little bit zoom image and expand this presets, take them to the right. Okay, that looks better. So you can just click to see how the presets fits for you. Usually it is not ideal, actually. I must say I hardly find anything here that I like. So what I would start with default, then I will put more or less my typical settings, strength around 80, color saturation around 70, luminosity depending on the image. If I have enough brightness, that should be okay. Detail, contrast, 5, 6, or around 3 if it gets too darker. Light adjustment, I often take this to maximum that it looks the most natural way, and we can also do further adjustment for the highlights, and see if it contributes anything. In truth, I don't change this much. I might add some brightness with the whites and some dark with the black, which can be also done with Lightroom later on. Therefore, it's not so much necessary here to bring blacks. Um, Maybe just a little bit to have a feeling, and white points. Some also a thick uh, and temperature. Here I play around a little bit with temperature to see if the warm colors or cold colors are better. Like the sky to be truly blue, so I usually go towards this side. Of course, then the yellowish drama gets lost oftentimes, so we try to kind of find something in between so I can keep some drama and then the sky gets blue. And you can always save your settings. Let's save these settings and call them Hawaii. Um, let's call today's date. Um, and we can, I should have also press settings, but I don't know where are they now. So I just installed a new version, and I don't know if it normally it should preserve the presets, but it apparently there and there, so maybe I should somehow find them. Let's process this image, and this will make the image 32-bit convert, and this looks to be new. I'm not really sure. I didn't see this before. I'm using for the first time this Photomatix version. And contrast, color, sharpening, all can be done in Lightroom and Photoshop. I would just skip this and move to Lightroom. So let's see if it's going to import the process image. It is not there yet. So what happened? We should be done with this. Apparently it didn't bring the image back into Lightroom somehow, although I said done. Um, let's say, okay, I will just save the image into the same folder, and then we'll call it from Lightroom. That's of course not the ideal way, because in 0913 Maui, don't need this. So I'm going to 13 Maui here in this folder. I will save it to here. Okay. And then when it is saved, I should be able to import it back to Lightroom. Uh, so let's check this. Import photos. If I direct to the same folder, it should find me the new photos. There should be only this one new actually. We find the folder again, this one, and it will check the files and find this. Probably it found it, therefore I just import. It should appear somewhere here or at the end of the stripe. Okay, it's importing. It could be that I had to restart the Lightroom or both of them to get the settings working. I just installed a new version, so I didn't test it.